Hi, this is Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to pimp a 9-block grid. Measurements for photos and page parts will be written on the screen. Most of the material I'm using comes from Stampin' Up, and a lot of it from the 2019 Occasions catalog. However, I did pick some stuff from my stash as well. All of the material and tools used, I will list them in the description box below this video. Now, the first thing you'll need are 5 small square photos. Mine measure 2 1/4 inch by 2 1/4 inch. This is the material and some of the tools. And I made some of the decorations in advance, and that's what you see in that heart-shaped bowl. Now, the first step is to create a mini foundation, and I'm layering 3 pieces of paper. That may be a bit excessive for some, but that's what I like to do, and if you want to use 2, go ahead and use 2. As you notice, I gutted out the back of the beige paper. I could have done the same thing to the red as well, but I didn't. And I made 5 photo mats for my photos with the wood grain paper, and I used the Layering Squares Framelits from Stampin' Up, and the ones I used are scalloped squares. They're just a little bit fancy, probably too fancy for me. It's not really my style. So I'm backing my photos, and once backed, these photos measure 2 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch, because you may notice I have a white photo mat in there as well. Again, measurements are written on the screen. So I'm playing with placement here, and this is a 9 square grid, and I only have 5 photos, so I have to fill in the other spaces. So I do that with that large tag, which I made. That was easy to make. Simply a strip of paper. I trimmed the corners, punched a hole, and then a circle punch around that. That made the ring, and then I placed 3 doilies on the page. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp behind the doilies. It's white on white, which may seem boring, so I'm adding a bit of color, but there's going to be a lot on this page, so in the end I don't think it's going to be boring. You may notice I have these little templates, these images that I stamped and cut out, and I often do that when I stamp on background paper. That just gives me an idea of what it's going to look like on my page. And then I stamped for real on my page. That stamp set, by the way, I received it free with a purchase of $60 of product from Stampin' Up. It's a promotion that's taking place right now until March 31st, 2019. Anyway, now it's time to glue my grid to the page. And I'm going to pop up some of the photos, 3 of the photos, with foam adhesive. And the 3 photos I selected support my story. This is simply a small story about me and my travel mates in a coffee shop in Ireland, in a small town. And when we went into this shop, there was a huge array of delicious desserts, and I ordered a muffin, so everybody thought I was kind of boring. My muffin was delicious, by the way, and it was 11 o'clock in the morning, way too early to be eating gooey desserts, in my opinion. Anyway, that is why I selected those 3 photos. One of them is the array of desserts, 2, it's me, and 3, it's a photo of my muffin. So now what I'm doing is gluing down the grid, and I do fuss around a bit with a ruler, but honestly, when you're putting together a page like this, especially when some of the parts are different, there are not 9 squares here. I've got a tag, I've got doilies. Once the grid starts forming, once you have a line or 2 in there, then you can just kind of glue your photos and eyeball it using the lines. I'm wasting a lot of time here, in my opinion, with my ruler. And in a minute, I'm going to start decorating those doilies, those squares, so to speak. So my title is on wax paper, and I'm going to place it in the middle somewhere, but not quite yet. And those are some of the decorations I made. Those are the framelits. They're called Be Mine Stitched Framelits. Those are new from Stampin' Up, as well as an old set called Cups and Kettle Framelits, and that's what I made the teacup and the cutlery with. So now I'm just playing around with the placement of the decorations. Now, I am going to decorate the 3 doilies, and they are all going to be different, but at the same time I am repeating color, I am repeating shape, but they're all going to be a bit different. I'm committing now to my title, and this takes me a while, so you're going to notice that I turn off my video, and then you'll magically the video will start again and my title will almost be placed. But while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk a bit about my teacup and cutlery dies. And the reason why is, when I started this project, I wanted to use the new products from Stampin' Up. I mean, we all love new products, but in the same breath, I have a lot of material here in my scrap room, a lot of tools. So what I do when I start a project is I always have a quick look through my tools and supplies to see if I have anything else that can fit my theme. In this case, the Cups and Kettles dies, which is an old kit by Stampin' Up, is perfect for a coffee shop. I have a teacup, I have cutlery, and I guess what I'm saying here is I find it a really good habit to regularly look through your tools and supplies, especially when you're starting a project, to see if there's anything else that you have that can help enhance your theme. That way you use your tools, you use your investment, and also your pages often end up quite a bit richer. Okay, I talked quite a bit there about that. So now what I'm doing is I am placing this vellum underneath the grid. And as you can see, I did my journaling on the vellum and I positioned it in a landscape orientation, centered it and positioned it towards the bottom. So I can layer that underneath my grid and then place that on top of my foundation page. And this is a really good trick to use, especially when you don't want to add a lot more visual weight. Off camera, I played around a bit with using a white journaling box, but there's so much going on this page that it was just too heavy. So vellum was a really good option. It adds a nice light layer. There's no extra visual weight, but I still was able to add my story, which is always important to a page. So all I did there was add a little bit of linen trim to the tag, and what I'm doing here, I had those clear epoxy hearts, but I didn't think they added much to the page. So these are kind of a brushed gold dots. So I'm adding that to 3 spots on the page, and they kind of repeat the same look that the letters have, that brushed gold look. So now I consider this page pretty much done, and just to review how I pimped a 9-block grid. I replaced some of the blocks with other elements, in my case doilies and a large tag. I joined 2 blocks together with the large tag. That could also be done with printed paper, with a large photo. You can use your imagination. And thirdly, I elevated 3 of the photos. That adds a bit of visual interest to the page, and in my case, it actually supports the story. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Scrapbooking Quebec. Also, if you click on the bell button, you will get notification every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.